So balancing pressure and passion, how to do it?
Good evening all. At the outset, I thank organizers for giving the opportunity. So as we think pre-assessment, physical health, everything, diet is important. Similarly, the mental health. So most neglected part, at least in India, in the sports. When you see outside, definitely there. So what do you mean by a brief definition? Sports and games. Usually in our school days, we say sports and games period. So sports is competitive activity, games is a recreational activity. There are a lot of differences. We don't go into details, but a competition, it may specific competition may be there, which involves the physical exercise and skill-based competition, which gives up stress and pressure. Next, madam. So expectations will be high in a sports, which leads to the pressure, that leads to the stress. So it is a critical thing in a athletic performance. It is increasingly recognized as subspecialty in the sports medicine. And there is a consensus statement, an International Olympic Committee, there was a consensus statement where it is in 2019, where they said 45% of the male team sports, there was having anxiety and depression in them. And 25% depression during and eating disorders in the college sports when we see this. And what leads to this? There are things severe. Once there is the sport, there may be consequences which are severe and disabling or delayed recovery, decreased quality of life, or increased injury risk and poor performance, which lead to the poor performance in the sports. Next, madam. So how sports impact our mental health? Being a part of the team, your physical activity, injuries and performance anxiety. So how you see yourself in a sports matters more. If you see stressed, you will get definitely stressed. So you should be balanced with your mental health. So there are the different mental health conditions in the sports. We'll see a lot of things which we should see. Ultimately, if they lose a game, they may go to the substance abuse and substance use disorders also, apart from all the regular disorders. Next, madam. So this is a brief chart which I will explain in detail. So how do sports affect our mental health? The sports may be sport type, it depends on what sport we are playing, what is the contest of the sports, whether it is an individual or team sports, how frequently we are doing. That will lead to the physical activity level and your social connections. In the physical activity, there are the neurobiological mechanism, psychological mechanism, behavioral mechanism. In the social connection, your social support, team spirit, everything comes. Ultimately, every sport leads to two outcomes. One is psychological well-being or psychological ill-being. If they are psychological well-being, mood is elevated, quality of life is good, and vitality will be there, and life satisfaction is there. If otherwise, they are stressed, depressed, anxiety, and it will affect negatively totally on their sports ultimately. Next, madam. So again, we have what is there in the school also. Adolescent in a school, it has both negative and positive effects. What are the negative effects? It may affect their academic performance in 46%, planning their future in 36%, financial worries. See, every sport is not supported by a sponsor in our India. So there may be financial constraints and playing time. When you give the playing time, your academics will lose. And family worries. This also affects your sport negatively. And team environment. If the team is not correct, your total mental health will be disturbed. And at the same time, we have a positive effects also. For identity outside the school, maintenance of physical health, positive role models, improving your mental stamina and physical stamina, and sense of belongingness among the team members. Next, madam. So how do you promote a mental health? Open communication, mental skill training, focusing whole personal development rather than a particular thing, and access to the support and destigmatizing the mental health in the sports. They should have access to this thing. So how do you manage? Look for the all contributing issues, optimize the training and competition environment. Mental health should be supported at a common place and accessibility should be given. Every time it will be individualized and customized approach. A total blanket treatment cannot apply to everyone. A care is involved in multidisciplinary team approach and interdisciplinary approach should be there. So this is how in India mental health in the sports is to be developed, but outside it's done. Thank you very much.